don't mind me. I have extra work in the morning. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I cover nostalgic, obscure, otherwise strange content. Today I want to talk about Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost. It was released in the late 90s, I think. I loved this. This was my favorite out of all the Scooby Doo like direct-to-video animated movies. Not least of all because it features the voice work of Tim Curry, who is an actual legend, so I don't think this movie needs that much introduction. I'm just gonna get right into it. Oh, hello. You can be up here, but you gotta sit down. Them's the rules, cat. Ugh. This movie starts with the mystery team busting a bad guy in a museum. Very Scooby-Doo thing, and they're all hiding in the exhibits, which is hilarious. Freddy looks like the berries and cream guy.
I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream. So,
Scooby and Shaggy get chased around by a couple of monsters to a country-ish version of the theme song. Come on, Scooby-Doo, I see you pretending. It's Billy Ray Cyrus. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Nice going, guys. You caught him.
I know the joke is that they really didn't do anything, but like the rest of the crew really didn't do anything. They just literally sat back and watched.
No problem, Freddy. But like we had a little help.
It's here that we're introduced to Tim Curry's character, a famous fiction writer that Velma is very much fangirling over.
And let's see who they are.
He unmasks the bad guys.
Disgruntled archaeologists from the museum's Babylonian project.
Of course they were.
They were upset with you for cutting their funding, Dr. Dean.
Scooby-Doo really did teach kids that the main bad guy was always some form of capitalism, come to think of it.
I have read all your books.
Thanks, Velma. I've admired your work unraveling supernatural mysteries for some time now.
Oh, he's a Mystery Inc. stan.
I'm going back to my hometown in Massachusetts this weekend. Why don't you and your friends come visit?
He invites them back to his hometown of Massachusetts for like an autumn festival. I like that Velma's riding in his car and just talking his whole ear off. I was gonna make a joke about how his hometown looks like Sleepy Hollow, but honestly, there's a lot of towns that look exactly like that up in New England. That bridge looks exactly like the bridge that, what's his name and what's her name died on in Beetlejuice.
I thought you said this was a quiet little town.
It was.
There's like 1 million people when they drive up, and then Professor, I wanted to call him Ravenclaw, that's not his name. He's like, oh look, the mayor. The mayor's just out here, he'll know what to do.
Here, have a t-shirt before my store sells out. You can wear it to the concert tomorrow.
Concert?
The Hex Girls.
Fred's always trying to stay hip with the kids.
You've heard of them, Fred?
Just now.
So yeah, this movie includes a sighting of the famous Hex Girls, which are kind of a big thing in the Scooby-Doo fandom. I don't remember if this is their first sighting or not, but you know. Or their first appearance. They're not like wild geese, they're a band of women.
I met the ghost of Oakhaven and lived.
Looks like there's a ghost in your own backyard, Ben.
But it's his own ancestor.
So apparently there's a long-standing legend about Ravencroft's ancestor being a witch that haunts the town.
That's ridiculous. I thought we'd gotten past all this witch nonsense.
Typical New England stuff.
What you're seeing is a perfect recreation of what life was like back in the 1600s.
I get it, but I don't get it, wanting to recreate the 1600s. Because, like, living in the 1600s sucked. Can you imagine, like, somebody time traveling from that period to here and then figuring out that people, like, want to pretend that they're living in that time period? Like, there was plague. I mean, there's plague now, but a different plague.
Wouldst thou like to churn?
There were no grocery stores. It was very unpleasant.
We disturbed the spirit of Ben's ancestor who was persecuted as a witch.
Sarah Ravencroft was a medicine woman who practiced natural healing.
Yeah, go off, Ben. Can't come for the family like that. So Scooby is standing off with a squirrel and finds an old belt buckle.
I don't know. Wonder what this is.
Yay, tetanus.
You know how long I've been searching for Sarah's journal.
They also introduced the plot line that Ben's been looking for his ancestor's journal this entire time.
We'd like to see a Puritan pizza joint.
The team splits up because Shaggy and Scooby go to a diner because, you know, everybody else goes to the famous writer's home studio. a lot more interesting than a diner, but Scooby and Shaggy have to stay on brand. This poor guy, imagine just trying to eat in peace and somebody's giant dog is just drooling on you for your food.
Come on, Scoob. Roll.
And then the dog starts talking and you're like, what the fuck? So while they're mukbanging, everybody else is chilling at Ravencroft's house.
This is Sarah Ravencroft.
Backstory time, who's ready? So Ben tells a story about his great-great-great whatever grandmother and how she was a peaceful Wiccan who just healed people through natural remedies because, like, modern medicine didn't exist back then, and then she got persecuted for being a witch, which sucks.
She was a Wiccan.
Say what?
I've read about them.
But I find it funny because he specifically says she was a Wiccan. I don't know anything really about the Wiccan religion, but Wikipedia, the most reliable source in the world, credits it for being something that was started in the early 20th century and popularized in the 1950s, like as a particular brand of paganism. So that's very interesting to me. I wonder why they said Wiccan specifically. Did they think it sounded cooler than just calling her a regular pagan?
Wiccans have been misunderstood.
Yeah, go off, Velma. Leave pagan practitioners alone. Alright, I know I said the mukbang thing off the cuff as a joke, but, you know, if the Scooby Doo gang were all YouTubers, like, Scooby and Shaggy would be mukbangers, for sure, right? They would have a mukbang channel, and then Velma would do really thoughtful, in-depth analysis and, like, video essays on different pieces of pop culture and literature and all that fun stuff. I think Daphne would have one of those channels where she, like, does her makeup and talks about crime. Fred wouldn't have a YouTube. He'd do cringy TikTok thirst traps. You can't prove that I'm wrong.
The ghost is a no-show.
Maybe she'll show up at the concert tomorrow.
I love that everybody's just, like, standing around outside and is like, I hope a violent ghost shows up when we're standing out here in this field. Shaggy and Scooby are walking home and they run into these girls, who I think a lot of people will know are the Hex Girls.
Like, hi, girls.
They try to hit on them and then get very freaked out because they're goth, I guess. Oh, and then they also run into a witch. No big deal.
What's going on, guys?
Roast.
A roast?
God bless Tim Curry.
Hey, check out these branches. They were all broken from the tops of these trees.
This is getting interesting, Ben.
Velma doesn't address anybody but Ben when Ben is in the room.
Zoinks! It's the witches!
Easy, guys. It's just the Hex Girls.
Hex Girl concert.
Say a few words and you lose control. I'm a Hex Girl, and I'm gonna put a spell on you.
The Hex Girl slap.
Thanks. The concert's tomorrow.
Wait, this was just their rehearsal? They rehearse in the middle of the night? That's so hardcore.
Aren't you Ben Ravencroft?
Why? You're not gonna bite me, are you?
You're like one of us.
I like that the Hex Girls have a crush on Tim Curry's character.
We're eco-goths.
Eco-goths?
I googled if eco-goth is like an actual thing, and the first thing that comes up is the Hex Girls. Not only did I learn about a new kind of goth today, but I learned that I'm kind of the discount version of them.
Daff and I should keep an eye on them.
Gee, why is it that you always pair off with Daphne, Fred?
Daphne's that friend that's just so sick of her other friends flirting but not actually being together. So with Daphne and Fred on their little Mystery Inc. date, the rest of the team and Ben see the mayor kind of suspiciously walking out of this barn. Scooby and Shaggy go to tail him while Velma and Ben try to break into the barn.
Why do you always pair us up?
Awkward.
Well, Hey, here they come.
Lame Fred.
Bad dreams, sisters.
Such a vibe. I love them.
Just a little higher.
I can't.
Poor Ben.
Come on, I'm in.
Poor Velma.
Young love.
Wow, great hiding spot. Oh, she's doing cool witchy shit.
If I didn't know better, I'd say she was a witch.
Guys, she can't talk now. She's doing hot girl shit. Oh, that's not good.
I can't see a thing without my glasses.
Wasn't it a Vine that was like...
I can't see shit without my fucking glasses!
Oh, sorry.
I hate to break this to you, Velma, but I think he's a little old for you.
What's the big idea running over me? There's nothing here.
So the mayor calls them out, and they apologize, and then Velma suggests that they leave before they finish the mystery.
I'm worried that staying in Oak Haven might just be too frightening an experience for them, but I need to get one more clue before the night is over.
So Velma's got this plan to solve the mystery tonight, because she's a badass. She gets Ben to get the Hex Girls back out there.
We only came because Ben asked us to.
Is this movie sponsored by Life Alert?
Let's see who's behind all this.
So they catch the witch, and then surprise, in true Scooby Doo fashion,
Like it's the t-shirt guy.
it's the t-shirt guy. He did it to sell t-shirts.
Daddy?
Hello, Sally.
Oh, and he's a proud Hex Girl dad? I haven't seen this movie in a little while.
The girls have nothing to do with this.
I found flash powder residue where Shag and Scoop saw the ghost.
So Velma explains how everything went down.
It's the cherry picker that made the ghost fly above the trees. Isn't that right, Jack?
So this was basically a team effort to just get publicity for the town and make money, right?
You can stop the charade now, Mayor.
I'm very disappointed in you, Mayor.
Yeah, you can't really trust politicians. That kind of goes without saying.
Lining your pockets by dragging Sarah Ravencroft's name through the mud.
So Ben's like, I'm tired of people trying to cancel my great-great-grandma.
We saw you perform some kind of ritual.
We're eco-goths, kinda like Wiccans. Just ask Thorne, she is one.
Oh, and then the main Hex Girl is a Wiccan.
1/16 blood on my mother's side.
Wait, what? 1/16 blood? I don't think Wiccans are a bloodline. Am I missing something? Am I just not understanding something? Are my curlers too tight? They're actually all coming out.
But what about your fangs?
My dad's a dentist.
Sweet. You gotta love those dentist connections.
We've been ringing your doorbell for some time, and
I've been meaning to fix that thing for years.
Yeah, right. You just don't like visitors, and I don't blame you.
I feel real bad about everything, and I wanted to apologize.
Well, at least they're apologizing.
We accidentally dug up her grave.
Hang on, what? You did what?
It was her grave marker. We found it in a bulldozed pile of dirt and rocks.
They bulldozed somebody's grave? No.
Do you still have that little shoe buckle Scooby found today?
But then Velma remembers the shoe buckle that Scooby dug up earlier, and it belonged to Sarah.
Scooby, can you show me exactly where you found this?
So did Scooby just accidentally, like, dig up a corpse? Did he grave rob?
You gotta dig deeper, Scooby.
Scooby Doo is a grave robber.
How about for a Scooby snack?
Hey Scooby, if we bribe you, will you grave rob again? They used to sell those Scooby Snacks, which were just basically like little like cookies around the time of these movies being big. And I remember we had them from time to time when I was little. And it's a weird marketing strategy because it makes total sense as like a tie-in, but you're basically just trying to get little kids interested in eating dog treats.
A box.
So they find a box with a book in it.
That doesn't seem to be a journal at all.
It's a spell book.
I don't even know how to go about writing out the way that he just said
Spell book.
spell book.
She was indeed a witch.
Wait, okay, so plot twist, the great-great-great-great-grandmother is an actual witch, which is to say, I guess, an evil witch.
The Wiccans imprisoned Sarah in her own spell book.
And a long time ago, the Wiccans imprisoned her in her own book. And also, Ben is evil. I think we kind of should have seen that coming.
You lied to me, Ben.
Poor Velma, that's her hero. Imagine finding out that the person that wrote some of your favorite books is a terrible person. Can't imagine.
I orchestrated the whole mummy scheme just to lure you to the museum.
Mystery in the beginning was a fake mystery? That's so lame.
But I am descended from a superior breed.
Again, I don't think Witchcraft is a bloodline. I think it's like a belief system.
I summon ancient power.
Yeah, these movies were a great era in Scooby Doo lore because up until this point, Scooby Doo was all about like monsters aren't real. It's always just some big businessman. But this era of like direct-to-video movies were like, monsters are real, children.
What's the matter, Velma?
That's an actor giving it all to a role that could have been very boring without him.
Don't you like the new improved Ben Ravencroft?
He took his glasses off like the magic just like fixed his eyesight. Witches don't wear glasses? Is that what I'm supposed to take away? So this is going badly. He can do all of that just because of the book, or could he do that the whole time? Because if he could do that the whole time, why is he just now doing it?
Nice going, guys.
Oh, for a second I thought Scooby could drive the mystery machine. It's okay, Shaggy, I can't drive either.
Bring back one who cannot die.
So Ben brings back the real witch.
I could never have imagined such an imposing creature.
He's like, Grammy! But she's not having any of it.
I serve no one.
So she's just taking out everything she can possibly see.
Oh, not again.
Hi, I know.
And I will return you.
So Ben's fucked up, but he can't do anything about it now.
400 years hasn't helped your aim, lady.
Ooh, burn. Burn, Fred. Oh god, she brought the pumpkins to life?
Do my bidding, bird.
Oh, poor turkey. Thanksgiving dinosaur, no! I like how Fred tries and fails to save Daphne, and then Velma has to save both their asses. Scooby and Shaggy get the book, and then the girls let the Hex Girls go.
I can't help you against her. But you said you were part Wiccan, right?
Wiccans don't have special blood, right? She looks so annoyed.
Only good can recompense.
Oh, so the main Hex Girl saves the day. Good for her.
I won't go back alone.
Oh, so she gets banished back into the book, and then Ben gets dragged down with her. Serves him right.
Ben Ravencroft's last book is one the world will never buy.
Oh, and then the book gets burned. That sucks for them.
What are we gonna do for our Autumn Fest?
You still have the Hex Girls.
I think we need a bigger attraction.
How dare you insult the Hex Girls like that? So the Hex Girls have saved everybody's life, and now they are going to save the Autumn Fest.
Love the earth, it's only fair. It's one big earth that we must share. Earth, wind, fire, and air. We may look bad, but we don't care.
My new goal is to get together 2 other friends and dress up as the Hex Girls and do a cosplay.
We ride the wind, we feel the fire.
No one fixed the turkey?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
And that's the end. I love this movie. This one and Zombie Island, I think, were definitely the strongest Scooby-Doo movies, right? Harriyanna Hook has a great video on Zombie Island, but if you guys want to see me cover more Scooby-Doo movies, let me know in the comments section which ones you want to see. I love this movie. I wanted to share this movie on the channel for a long time, and now I have. Yay me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. Everything you do to support this channel means the world to me. Thank you so much for 1,600 subscribers. That's a huge thing to me, so thank you. If you're new here and you're a fan of nonsense, maybe consider sticking around because I post nonsense all the time. And remember, my name is Avery. I'm a YouTuber if you say so, because thanks to you guys, this is technically a YouTube channel. And all of my curlers are technically falling out of my head. My hair. They're not in my head. Anyway.